Hello, welcome to DK Bowl Chat. I'm glad you're here. I'm working on the tree painting that I started in the last video, and today I am experimenting with masking fluid. They make it for acrylic now, so that's pretty cool. I painted it on to this guy, this one, and this one, okay? And then on the foliage that's on the tree too. I painted it on there. And I'm gonna push this picture back. And there's also on the pathway. Let me get some of that water off of there. It's from my gloves. But I painted it on the pathway. And what I don't wanna do is brush it or push it around. So thank you for joining me today. And when I finish today, the painting will look like this. So stick with me and see how I do it. On the palette, I have clear gesso right here. I have titanium white and I have transparent white. And I'm gonna put a nice thin coat of mist on these trees. Starting up here, I'm just gonna crisscross it in. Right over that masking fluid, which is the whole idea. You want to do that, and I don't want to rub it off too much with the masking fluid on it, because what'll happen is it will remove them. I don't want it to remove the masking fluid. I was even hesitant to say it because I need to be careful with what I say when I'm painting. Okay, so that's all good, and I'm going to take a dry brush and go over it. This is a dry 1-inch brush. There we go. Nice and quick over the parts that have the masking fluid especially. And then I might use a Q-tip to remove some of it on the trees themselves. Whatever I do today can be removed. So it's not like it's stuck like this if I don't like it. Okay, that's good. This guy has it too, so I need to be careful. So I'm gonna put on another round of that. More clear gesso, more transparent white, and more titanium white. That one's a little bit thicker. Let me go thin it down. It's got more white in it. It's fine. It will be all right. All the way across. I'm not concerned about getting it on the tree over here because I want to take it off of that anyway. Okay, I'm going to use a dry brush and brush it out. I don't know if the camera allows you to see where you can kind of see the white embedding into the canvas shape. So it's leaving a little print on here, kind of. And I can fix that with a wet Q-tip to bring it out, plus to bring it up, some of it off. We're gonna mystify the background here. I like to experiment with paint and try new things. So yeah, I got masking fluid to try it out. Okay, I'm going to go in the paint, get more white. Clear gesso and paint it across here. There we are. Like I said, I'm not too worried about this. Now this, I went ahead and put it on the pathway. It wasn't necessary, I suppose, but you know what? It will be when I, well, no, because I'm going to paint the grass or anything foliage on the sides. It's going to come over the pathway. So I'll take it off the pathway. It's not a big deal. But I'm going to brush this out so it's no longer looking like brush strokes. There we go. Using a dry brush. This has no water on it. There we are. So I've got it pretty much dried or brushed off with a dry brush. I'm going to take a paper towel and take off some of it without moving the stuff that's on the, you know, the one that has masking fluid on it. They do masking fluid for watercolor, but I thought, I'm going to try it out. That looks like fun. Why not? You can see where it's shiny. That's going to be easy to take off. Anywhere that I want to bring back a tree, I can use a wet Q-tip to do that. I'll show you. So I've got it wiped off with a paper towel, and I want to make the areas that are tree trunk look better right here. I can just use a wet Q-tip to do that. Make it look better, less printed with the canvas shape. There we are. I'm so glad you're with me during this experiment. That one's starting to come out of the mist. There we go. That's what's happening. Okay. And some of the foliage here would be coming with it, right? There we are. This one does not have masking fluid on it, but it's a little closer to us, so it's going to have less mist. There we are. And if I really need to move this around, which I'm going to a little bit over here, I'm going to spray it with a spray bottle and move it with the brush, the dry brush that I have. There we go. I'm just moving it around, getting it to not stick in one spot, making it less patterned with the canvas. And then wiping it with a paper towel might be better. I might do that this time. There we are. I have to do it work quick before it dries. There we go. And same thing over here. I'm going to spray it, move it around with a brush, and then wipe it with a paper towel. It's going to still leave some on there. I need to be careful wiping it on the part that has the masking fluid. And I need to be careful going back up into the, see it's picking up green? That's from yesterday's painting, which I'm surprised it's picking up green, but that's okay. It's okay to be surprised. I think I was too gentle with it the first time, so I'm just going to rub it with a paper towel to get some of it to move. And yes, it's picking up green, so I'm going to get a new paper towel. Use a wet Q-tip, take some of that off. All right. There we are. I need to double check my paper towel every so often and make sure it's not picking up green. Bring back some of the definition. And this one's really easy because it's not sticking to the part where I masked it off. There we are. I think it might be one of the brands of paint that's leaking green, but it's okay. I'm just going to keep moving. There we are. And you are green. It doesn't matter on the brown if the green's bleeding. It's just on the sky. That would make a difference. The sky would not look correct if I let it leak green onto it. If we had a green sky, that would be weird. There we are. It would look weird anyway. So I just got some in the sky. I need to take that out with a Q-tip. All right. Right there. Okay, I'm going to look for a place that doesn't have any green on it and use that to take off the damp paint. There we go. These could be trees at the beach, although they might look a little bit more weather beaten if they were, depending on how windy it is there. There's probably some beaches that are nice and not so windy. But you can definitely see where I put the masking fluid right there, and then there's some on this side, but we'll see that better in a minute. I'm going to keep moving it until it's pretty much the way I want it, and it's almost there. We'll get it there. We'll persevere. And these guys are going to get pushed back anyway when I put the new trees in. There's going to be trees in front of them, so you're not going to see them as much. So it's not like every detail has to be, there we go. Just pick up a little bit of it. Every detail doesn't have to be perfect on this. But I do need to get it to where I'm happy with it before I leave it to dry. Otherwise, it's going to dry like that. However it is, it's going to dry that way. So I need to get it to where I'm happy with it. You know, I'm not necessarily happy with it, but good with it. Nothing's bugging me about it. There we go. And all I'm doing is removing where the paint has, the white paint has stuck into the teeth of the canvas. There we are. Okay. And then we're going to paint in more of the brown of the trees. And a little bit of this, I'll take it off. The only part I see really leaving a print is right here. Now. No, that's good. It's taking it off almost to the point of, as if I didn't do it. There we go. No, it's taking it off the green, so it's not leaving a print of the canvas on it. And this right here, I'm going to rub that off with my hands because it's going to be, the gloves will pick it up, I think. It's sort of a rubbery substance that's on there from the, yeah, that's good. This will push it back. There's light behind it. In the picture I'm using on my computer, it doesn't have light behind it. It's actually a dark forest. I didn't want to do dark. I wanted to do more light. There we go. And there might be lighter parts of the tree, but there we go. I'm gonna take it off of here a little bit. It doesn't matter if it bleeds green onto green. But I'm gonna leave it on there too. I'm just taking off some of it. It's still there. Yep, and right here. And so it's starting to take off the, you can see here, it's taking off the masking fluid, which just rubs off. It's as easy as that. You just rub it off there. Yeah, see how simple that is? There we go. There we are. And some of it's hanging on. We'll come back and get it. I think it's kind of cool you can use masking fluid for acrylics. Who knew, right? There we go. Make sure it's off of here. And it doesn't matter if there's little bits of white on the tree. You'd see that in nature anyway. I'm just going to get that masking fluid off. There we are. Yep. And I'm going to have it out of the way so I don't get it on my brushes when I'm painting. And it shouldn't bother the rest of the painting. I'm just rubbing the rest of the masking fluid off. Get this brush out of the road. I'll have to go shake off the tablecloth when I'm done. I do occasionally wash it. I don't know if you can tell, but I know I do. There we are. Anyway, that it is, and it's right here. There we are. Just see if we can pick it up. And just pull you off of here. That's pretty efficient. It's all coming off. That's great. Okay, right here. Got a little bit excess. Okay. Don't want the masking fluid to bother anything else I'm painting on now. Move that out of the way. Yeah, I'll need to shake it off when I'm done. Nice. Let's see if we get most of it off of here. Okay, so the part I'm seeing that needs a little bit of help might be on this tree right here. Otherwise, the other ones look great. I think I'm going to get a Q-tip and take that off. Remember, anything we do today can be taken off. I have masking fluid around the corner of the table too, like a corner of this guy. And just get it to blend a little bit more. I'm going to use a brush and move it around, but first I got to get it wet. There we are. All right. Using a dry brush, and it's picking up a little bit of the white. That's fine. We want that on there. All right. I don't need to worry about this part right here. I can take off later. But I'm going to put more tree in there. Like I'm going to do more trees. So this guy's going to move over. Going to get rid of that brush. It's got white on it. As we get closer to the front of the painting, it's going to be darker. The tree will be darker. So the foliage will be darker. The trunk will be darker. And so I don't want to have it be lighter coming towards us. The light's coming from back there on a misty, foggy day. So it's going to be darker. And I need to make sure that it's going to make a nice print when I put that in there, when I tap it in there. So I'll clean off these brushes, and I'm going to come over here and grab another one that's got, looks like it's got a pretty good pattern. There we are. All right, so one's going to come straight down here. And where it's getting chalky here, that is because it needs to go in the water and back in the paint. Yeah, nobody trimmed these trees when they were growing. So they're going to be any shape that they needed to be to get light and nutrients. There we are. Make that a little bit whiter. More brown. And blue, ultramarine. Back in the water, back in the paint. Also, in the foreground, it's going to have more color than it would in the background. Because it's closer to us, it will have more of the color that it is. So the reddish brown that this is would be more noticeable closer to us. The trees that are going in now are going to stay reddish brown. All the way to the bottom, there we go. We'll get more. Let's make it a little bit wider. There we are. Back in the water, back in the brown. Where are more trees going? They're going to come towards us and we're going to have foliage in the foreground. Not so many trees up here. This one could be right back here. A little bit younger, I guess. Younger tree. I'm not going to try to make any more trees in the background because that's done. If I do it now, I would have to push it back, and I don't want to have to do that. I need to get brown and blue. Paint that in. There we are. I guess it's not so much younger, huh? It's just like the other ones. The mist that's on there will also help when I put foliage in the foreground in front of these trees. It's going to help push this foliage back that's got white on it. So I'm going to put some branches in. It's going to add depth to the painting. It already has. It's a good branch, huh? We'll put foliage on it in a minute. And over here, I'm going to bring in some in the foreground. All right, brown. These two will be fighting for the spot there. Okay. More blue, and also got more brown over here too. Burnt umber. Because this stuff on the palette is kind of watered down. All right. And I just drug the green through the brown, but it's okay because there is green in brown. It will blend in pretty easily. No problem. I have a Bible verse for today. I know the verse. It is, I just don't know the reference, but it's, I am surrounded by the favor of God. That is an awesome verse because it reassures us that God's got us. If we're reading His Word and we're praying and talking to Him, glorifying Him with what we have and what we can do, His favor will be with us. I praise God for that. Okay, that one's pretty big for a tree. I'll go over the top too. Not that anybody's going to be looking at the top, but they might. We'll take care of it. The guys, I don't know if you can tell or not, but the ones that are pushed back here, and the trees that are in here, they look really, really close together. So I'm going to put them right, it's going to go right over the top of that one and come down here onto the ground. And I'll be able to do all of the foliage at the same time for these guys. I'm all over the place with that brush, but it's okay. It is okay, it's a tree. There we are. I can put branches down here too. And they might be even down this far. Who knows? I know they break off at the bottom there. Okay. More brown and blue. These trees all know each other. That's good. Making them a little bit wider. How about a few branches on this one, huh? I really like using the script liner. It's nice. It's a nice brush to use. Get the effects you want, especially for branches. It takes a little getting used to, but once you do, you won't regret it. Here. Yeah, those trees are coming in nicely. Okay, that might be pretty good for today. Let me get a little bit of green, put some green in there, anywhere that it's going to stick. So that's going to be with the 1-inch brush. I have it right here. I'll go right into the green right here. This is Hooker's green mixed with a little bit of dark olive green. Get that on there. Yeah, that looks pretty natural. You want to make sure you have enough paint on your brush when you're doing it. And there's going to be some right in front, but right now that paint's pretty wet. The brown paint is wet. And pay attention to your pattern that you're making. If you're tapping in with a 1-inch brush, you want to make sure it looks pretty natural for pine needles. If you can see them, with the other ones behind them. Oh yeah, this is making a beautiful print. If yours is not, then you can get one at Dollar Tree. That's a nice 1-inch brush that you can use if you're painting with me and it's not working very well. They have little 1-inch brushes that you can use to paint your house. They look like that. And you can tell it's like nylon fibers, so it's not a really good quality brush, but it works great for foliage. I'm going to keep using the one I got because it's working great. There we go. Come on. Got a lot of paint on there. I'll take that off with a knife. I think I've said it before, but the paint tries to dry on you. It tries to dry up, and yeah, so what happens is you'll end up with chunks of drying paint in your paint. Get you to come off of here because you're a little bit too much. A little bit more. I picked up the brown from the trunk, but it's fine. We can fix it. Just a little bit more right there. And I'm going to tap that over that again. Okay. Make sure there's nothing on here that's going to make it stick on there. I don't want it to, no chunks. Okay. Get more paint. There we are. I had to put water on it to get it to come off the brush right. And then I've got a couple little pieces to pick up right here. Yeah, this is turning out to be a nice forest. I need to leave sky showing through, so I have to slow down on the tapping in. I don't want to get tap happy and just keep tapping in. There we are. I love it when it does its own, it does perfect pine needles. I love it. All right. Is there any other place? Right there, maybe? Okay. We're still showing sky through it, so this is good. And we can take a really close look at it next time, too. I'm so glad you joined me. Thank you for watching this video, and please subscribe to TK Bullchat. And if you like the video, please click like. If you painted along with me, please leave me a comment, a positive comment. Tell me how it turned out so far, and you know, what you think. Whoops, there we go. Just let me know. I'd love to hear from you. I will see you in the next video. God bless you.